4 videos. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, and Part 4. Part 4 will be a little bit separated from the rest of the other videos. But for right now, I'm just going to focus on this video. This is my bird Pebbles. She's about 6 months old. She's a cinnamon gray cockatiel. She's female, and she's quite sweet actually. She doesn't make that much noise. I taught her to whistle, but she's not whistling right now. She's very sweet, and I'm going to teach you how to tame your bird. Pebbles is relatively tame. She's not absolutely terrified of my hand, but she doesn't trust my hand. So what you want to start off with is simply opening the cage and putting your hand in, and take a chair, sit down and read a good book. But just make sure your bird doesn't decide to fly out your cage, because that would be a very bad problem if you have a bird flying around. You might want to clip your bird's wings, but most of the time when you get them, their wings are already clipped. And yes, the wings will grow back. So then you just so for 2 days, you want to leave your hand, and you just want to move it closer, and you just look. As soon as they start moving away, it's like you're invading their comfort space. And she's more of a fight than a flight birdie. She has bitten me a couple of times. Doesn't hurt, their bites don't hurt. But parents, warning, you have small children and your bird is not tame. Don't assume that your bird will suddenly become tame and friendly. Some birds, actually, I've heard about this, some birds do have a very scarred past with small children, so you just want to check with the breeder. But if you're buying a relatively young bird, you won't have to worry about that. See, she's like, okay, I'm gonna go up here and land on my mirror. So now, after a few weeks, you just want to leave them alone. No, not leave them alone, sorry. After a few weeks, you just want to read to them, put your hand in. It took me about 4 months to get her not terrified of my hand. So this will take quite a while, depending on your bird. Okay, so that is that. But here's a quick tip about diet. You want to have clean seeds, which is seeds with no artificial coloring. Or if you see something red, green, or yellow, everyone's like, oh yeah, that's really good for your birds. It's not. Don't believe them. It's like you eating candy 24/7. This is sort of what you want your bird's diet to be. So you want to have a good mix of pellets and seed. And you want to have clean seed. Clean seed, again, I'm going to say this again, is something without artificial coloring. And then you want to have pellets. Pellets are really good. These kind of pellets are really healthy. I buy all my stuff at Anjan. They're very cheap, and their stuff is quite durable against little cockatiel beaks. Now that I've talked about taming for the first month or so, I'm going to talk about the second month or so. It's always depending on your bird. So what you want to do is you want to watch your bird. Offer several different kinds of treats. My bird, Pebbles, tends to like millet stems, which is very strange, or the millet itself. Right now, I'm just going to offer her some millet through the cage bars, so she doesn't feel like I'm intruding on her. But she does like it a lot, as you can see. And as soon as you can get them to do this, you're on your way to success. Because birds, they always need to eat. And it shows that they trust you because they have to distract half of their brain by eating, telling their brain, okay, here's food, I have to eat it, but I also have to watch that hand. So it means they trust you. This will take some time. But if you can get your bird to eat through the bars, this is really good progress. And if you can lure them, that's even better. See? This is really good. This is really good progress. If you can get your bird to eat through the bars. Hi there. So after you can get your bird to eat through the bars, getting them to eat directly from your hand is a bit of a different story. So slowly open the cage door and offer them their favorite treat. And again, I told you she's relatively tame. I've already been through this process with her. But once you can get them to eat from your hand inside their cage, then this is like really good progress. You want to be doing this for at least 3 times a week, every day. Preferably every day for at least 5 minutes or so. And again, remember, don't offer this inside their cage, otherwise they won't take the time and the trouble to come to trust you. That's very important, because you might be wondering, why isn't my bird tame? Why isn't my bird responding? So you can see she's quite enjoying herself. As you can see, I'm just wiggling that stick around, and she likes them a lot. That is the last part of my first video about bird taming. I'm going to talk about really diet. I know I gave a tip, but this is like going to in good detail, very good detail, to talk about diet and toys. So as you can see, she has a few toys around. They should have around her cage. They should have about 3 or 4 toys, depending on how many birds. And the point of the toys is for them to destroy them and to play with them, because they have to have some mind interaction. Otherwise, they won't be you don't have a very happy bird. And when you don't have a happy bird, your bird's not happy, which they will pluck their feathers, which also leads to other health problems, and it's just, I don't want to go there because it's very detailed and not so good. So just make sure they have toys that are very interactive, like this. Obviously you can see she's done her work there and there. And these plastic toys are okay, especially if they're like this. Like this one has a bit rope, and this is her only fully plastic toy. She likes it, but it's not as interactive as those chewable toys. And a treat is also nice, but just don't give them all the time. Maybe one every month, depending on the calories and the fats in the toy and the treats. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about diet. Diet is very important. Cockatiels can live from 10 to 25 years old, and maybe even longer. It all depends on you and what you feed your bird. Now, these are pellets. Pellets are like everything packed in. But imagine eating a healthy packaged diet every day of your life. But wouldn't you want some chocolate cake or steak? But your birds don't eat steak, and don't give them steak either. That's just an example. This is what the packaging looks like. And if you're switching from pellets to seeds, then there's instructions on that package. This is what I feed her seeds. You can see there's a variety type of seeds in there. And so you want to make sure they have variety. Because if you don't have variety, like I said, you might want some, it's like an example. Imagine eating vegetables every single day of your life. Now kids, when you're watching this, don't show your parents this part, because they might have the idea of getting pellets for you. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, back on topic. So, as you can see, I feed her a mix of pellets and this seed that I bought on Anjan. I highly recommend Anjan because they are great and they're very cheap. They have high quality, cheap stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Please subscribe or comment below. Thank you. Oh wait, one more thing. I'll be posting my next video very soon. Please remember to look for my next video. Thanks for watching.